Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. The New York Giants are a mess right now. An absolute mess right now. Unless you've been sleeping under a rock. I love to say that. Unless you've been sleeping under a rock or you're not a part of the Twitter atmosphere or the Twitter universe, I should say, you might not know what's going on right now. But I will say this, a lot of people that watch my channel also watch other Giants content creators, as they should. Because I do the same thing. But I want to talk about a situation that's going on right now with the New York Giants and the content creators. You see the hat, Giants versus everybody. Well, it's really the Giants organization versus Giants content creators to a certain extent. But unless you've been sleeping under a rock, shout out to the Talking Giants. Bobby Skinner put out a video on Sunday talking about all of the reasons why Joe Schoen, General Manager Joe Schoen, should be relieved of his duties. And the video was so good and got so much traction and so many views that it made some headlines. It made some waves, I should say. Maybe not headlines, but it made some waves to the point where the PR department of the New York Giants reached out to Talking Giants, whether it's Bobby Skinner or Justin Penix, saying, you know what? Don't put out any more videos like this talking badly about the GM. You guys, don't ask for any more favors. That's crazy to me. Now, I understand that the Talking Giants do have perks that a lot of other channels do not have. They are popular. They do have John Boy Media behind them. They do have a machine behind them, so they're able to make a lot of moves that other smaller New York Giants content creating channels can't do. One of those perks is being able to interview players during training camp in a van, in a parking lot of MetLife Stadium, or the practice facility, I should say. So they do get some perks. Let's keep it honest. They do get some perks, but they do get access to players that other channels just can't get. But I was thinking about, what about this video? Because people have been putting out videos about, getting rid of this regime, cleaning the house. I've been doing videos. Of course, I'm not getting any messages. Nobody's calling me, telling me to take anything down, this, that, and nobody's doing that. But they did decide to call Talking Giants about a video about Joe Schoen, and that's when a light bulb went off. Because I've been talking about none of these guys deserve to stay for a long time, for at least a month now, more than a month now. Both of these guys should go. Both of these guys need to be relieved of their duties, talking about the head coach and the GM. But what about this video made them reach out to Talking Giants? And I thought about the subject of the video. And the main subject of the video was Joe Schoen. So why would they be reaching out about a video talking about Joe Schoen being relieved of his duties? Because the New York Giants, and to a point that I've been saying a long time, they do not want to clean house completely. Light bulb, they want to keep Joe Schoen. Let's keep it frank. Let's keep it brief. Let's keep it short. Let's keep it real. They want to keep Joe Schoen. So anything talking badly about Joe Schoen that gets a lot of traction and a lot of views, they're not going to be happy with, because they're trying to sell the New York Giants fan base on firing Brian Daboll and keeping Joe Schoen. So Paul Schwartz put out a tweet basically saying the same thing, that Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen came in as a package deal, but it's not a guarantee that these guys were going to leave at the same time. And again, bingo, bango, boom, where there's smoke, there's fire. The New York Giants are trying to keep Joe Schoen and are trying to paint a picture that makes Joe Schoen look good, and to also separate him from Brian Daboll. They're not the same person. With the product on the field, it's not a reflection of Joe Schoen. It's a reflection of the coaching staff. That's what I think they're trying to do. Again, this is just an idea in my mind. But all the information, all the clues are there. You can see somebody getting lined up. For me, I know when somebody's getting lined up. I saw it at the bye week presser when Joe Schoen started to line up Brian Daboll. It's clear to see those things. But they really want to keep Joe Schoen, in my opinion. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Because, again, I want to clean house. Neither one of these guys deserves to stay, in my opinion. The product on the field has been bad because, guess what? The players on the field are bad as well. The roster doesn't have any depth. Now, we do have some stars. I will say that. We do have some players. That's without any question. But the overall team, how it's been built, is not a good team. It's not a good collection of talent as far as being able to. It's almost like instead of a beautiful painting, it's a collage. A bunch of stuff all over the place that really doesn't have any kind of organization. But you know what? Sometimes it looks good. It looks interesting. But it's not a masterpiece. It's not the Mona Lisa. It's not anything like that. So I sit back and I'm going to wait for a little bit. I want to see if the tweets keep on coming out from the beat writers. I want to see if they keep on talking about players reaching 1,000 yards. Malik Neighbors, 1,000 yards. Tyrone Tracy, 1,000 yards. Talking about this draft class. Tyler Nubin, before he got injured, was having a strong year. Andrew Phillips, before he got injured, having a strong year. Theo Johnson showing some promise and some flashes. All of it's right there in front of you. Sometimes things are so clear you can't even see it. Well, some people can't see it. I see it. I absolutely see it. And hopefully a lot of you guys see it too. Let's talk about this game coming up. We play the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons look like a horrible team as well. Kirk Cousins has been playing awful for a month, and then we find out that he's getting benched, and we're going to see the rookie quarterback Michael Penix for the first time this season. And it just so happens to be against the New York Giants, a team that is absolutely 100% tanking and don't really have a quality roster on the field right now. A bunch of UDFAs and guys off of the couch and guys fighting just for their NFL careers. But still, Michael Penix is starting for the Atlanta Falcons against the New York Giants. And to me, or I should say for me, I can't wait to see Michael Penix play. For people that have watched my channel for a while now, I was a big fan of Michael Penix to the point where I would have took him at 6 in the 2024 draft. A lot of people argued with me, said he's not even a first-round talent, but guess what? He went 2 picks after the New York Giants at 8. Top 10 pick as a quarterback in 2024, but not good enough for the New York Giants fan base. Or, I should say, the people making the selection in the building for the draft. But we get to see some things because I thought highly of Penix. I'm assuming the New York Giants did not think as highly of Penix, even though Brian Daboll a couple days ago talked about what he saw and what type of player Penix was coming out of college, talked about all his good traits and everything else. But why didn't you pick him? Because guess what? You're rolling the dice with Daniel Jones. You listen to everybody else talking about he needs a real weapon. He needs an offensive line. You give it to him and you still fail. And the New York Giants still need a quarterback. But I don't want to get away from the subject too much. Why are we in the situation that we're in right now? You point to 2 things, but there's a lot more things that you can point to. But the number one thing is obviously the product on the field, and the product on the field is a result of the coaching and the people that brought the players in. And Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen are the 2 people in charge of those 2 things. Neither one of them needs to be saved. Neither one of those guys should stay. And at the end of the day, it needs to be an entirely new regime in 2025. Because I don't want the new quarterback to come in, whoever that quarterback is, to come in with a coach or a GM that's either coaching for their career, already on the hot seat, or either managing for their career and already on the hot seat. If you bring in everybody fresh with a new quarterback, guess what? Everybody gets to grow together and everybody gets the right amount of time to get this thing right together. Let me know what you guys think, man, in the comment section down below. Am I crazy? Am I being a conspiracy theorist? Am I spot on when it comes to what the New York Giants are trying to do? And they're trying to keep one of the two guys, and that guy, in my opinion, is Joe Schoen. And with that being said, I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.